Good afternoon and welcome to the SMARTTECH247 Group PLC investor presentation. Throughout this recorded presentation, investors will be in listen-only mode. Questions are encouraged and they can be submitted at any time by the Q&A tab situated in the right corner of your screen. Just simply type in your questions and press send. The company may not be in a position to answer every question it receives during the meeting itself. However, the company can review all the questions submitted today and publish responses where it's appropriate to do so. Before we begin, I'd like to submit the following poll. I'd now like to hand you over to CEO Raluca Sociani. Good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and I'm delighted to present to you our capabilities and a little bit about our story, and we'll also have a financial update on FY 2024. So just to move on, my name is Raluca Sajano. I'm the Chief Executive Officer, and I've got Nicholas Lee here today with me, who is our Finance Director. Just a little bit about us. SMARTTECH247 is an award-winning cybersecurity company with a strong foundation and an exciting growth story. We specialize in MDR, which stands for Managed Detection and Response. And we're proud to be recognized as a market leader by Gartner as well in their 2024 market guide for MDR. We have a fantastic leadership team in place with heavy experience in the cybersecurity sector, and we have operations spanning the US, UK, and Europe. We've built an impressive portfolio of blue chip clients, including Fortune 150 to 500 companies from numerous industries, including healthcare, food manufacturing, public sector, financial, and pharmaceutical. And I'll talk a little bit more about our clients in a couple of minutes. Our model is based on SaaS, subscription-based services, and it provides stability and scalability. It's driven 35% year-on-year financial growth and 68% annual recurring revenue rate. And what this means is it's a testament to our ability to adapt and innovate in this industry. And innovation is at the heart of everything that we do. We have invested in R&D. We're delivering cutting-edge AI-enhanced solutions like the VisionX platform that I'll talk to you in a minute. And in terms of our recognitions as well, we've been recognized by Deloitte Technology Fast 50 3 times in a row. We've also received the Global Outstanding Security Solution Award by IBM. And just a week ago, we won 2 ESG awards, Most Socially Responsible Cybersecurity Firm and the Gender Equality Excellence Award from AI Awards. We're also ISO 27001 and ISO 9001 certified, and our platform has a 4.8 rating on Gartner Peer Insights. We have a global presence with offices and security operation centers in Europe, in the United States, and recently in the United Arab Emirates as well. Just to talk quickly about our 2024 results, it was an exciting year of growth and development for us. We had revenues of over 13.2 million, which means an 8.2% increase from the previous year. But not just that, our annual recurring revenue rate jumped by 50% to 9.1 million. And this is a clear sign that we're on the right track. And recurring revenues now make up around 65 to 68% of our total group revenues, which gives us a strong and solid foundation moving forward. We're very confident in our continued growth for 2025, and we've continued to invest in our platform. We've expanded our geographical presence into the UAE as well. And one thing that we're very proud of is the fact that we have 100% client retention for MDR, which is a testament to our quality and the relationships that we've built as well with our clients. In 2024, we also introduced an updated version of VisionX, which has enhanced functionality and now caters to businesses of all sizes, from mid-market SMEs to global enterprises. And our No Fish tool also supports Google Mail and mobile functionality. And from a strategic perspective, we've invested in our channel model, and we've secured some big names, including Splunk and Google, Cisco, CNS Middle East, and Egress, which continues to strengthen our position in the market as well. And we've started 2025 on a strong note with a really good pipeline of opportunities. Our pipeline this year has doubled to the year before, and we've also had some nice contract wins across public and corporate sectors as well. Just to talk a little bit about cybersecurity, because today's cybersecurity environment really is defined by complexity, by evolving threats, by resource constraints as well. And what we typically see is that organizations are struggling to manage these challenges. So this is where we come in and help, because our tech agnostic MDR platform, together with our security operations capability, help us to deliver solutions that essentially simplify security for our clients. In terms of the challenges that we're seeing in the last 12 months, we all know that cybersecurity threats continue to evolve, and the average cost of a data breach has grown to 4.88 million, which is a growth from last year as well. And the problem that we're seeing as well is that security teams have a lot of alerts to go through. They're wasting a lot of time on false positives, and organizations are also struggling to find skilled cybersecurity professionals. Not just that, but I made a point earlier to say that cybersecurity is becoming very complex. So what we're seeing is that a lot of companies struggle to integrate solutions from multiple vendors, which means that they're struggling to keep up with that complexity. And 79% of organizations also operate in hybrid complex environments. That means that it leaves space for misconfigurations, for blind spots, for vulnerabilities. So this really paints a clear picture of the market opportunity and the fact that businesses need comprehensive, integrated solutions that really cut through that complexity. So at SMARTTECH247, we're perfectly positioned to meet these needs, and we believe that the cyber threats will not slow down, and in fact, they're evolving faster than ever, and that's why the MDR market is now exploding. It's projected to hit around 12 billion by 2029, and if you look at the data security market, that's set to reach around 70 billion in the same time frame. Why is that? Well, cybersecurity is not just an IT problem anymore. It's a business need, and companies are dealing with a lot of sophisticated attacks, quite a lot of regulations. If you look at NIS2 and DORA and GDPR and AI regulations as well. And the harsh reality is that in-house teams simply cannot keep up with the volume and the complexity of cyber threats. So what clients need is more than just tools. They need expertise, they need real-time detection, and they need a proactive security approach. And this is exactly where we come in with our innovative and our tech-agnostic VisionX platform. We're really uniquely positioned to capitalize on this market growth, and we offer flexibility, efficiency, and real scalability as well. And I want to talk a little bit more about what sets us apart, and I'll give you an overview of VisionX in a couple of minutes as well. As I said earlier, we don't just look at it from a technology problem. We deliver a holistic AI-driven security solution that is designed for the modern cyber challenges. So I want you to imagine, the problem for a minute. It's 3 a.m., your business is running smoothly, but a ransomware attack has just been launched against your network, and the attackers are inside, and they're encrypting files, and they're stealing data, they're shutting down systems, and now they're starting to demand payment, which is a very, um, true reality for a lot of organizations that have been hit by this, and for a lot of companies, it is a worst case scenario. And the clock is ticking, and every minute of delay means lost revenue, reputational damage, operational chaos. But with us, that attack doesn't stand a chance, because within minutes, we pick it up, we analyze it, we respond to it before it turns into that worst case scenario. And just before December, one of our customers said that for the first time in their life, they can go and enjoy their Christmas, knowing that we are there to protect them over the holiday period, and that they never had that with their previous provider. So, security tools need to work for you, not against you. That's why with VisionX, we don't lock our clients in within rigid ecosystem. We have a lot of integrations. We plug into any security stack. Our philosophy is that we try and make that security stack work harder for our clients. And at the end of the day, cyber criminals don't wait, neither do we. So we really need to have hundreds of threat intelligence sources that we look at, so that we understand the problem that our clients are facing, and that there's very specific threats that they're facing as well. Time is super important when it comes to cybersecurity, because it can make the difference between a contained incident and a full-blown crisis. So that's why we operate very, very fast. When we look at incidents, we contain them within or under 15 minutes, which is very, very important for this industry. Another point that I want to make as well about VisionX is that we believe in complete transparency. And when it comes to cybersecurity, you don't always know what's happening, what your provider is doing for you. But with our platform, you know exactly what's going on 24/7. There's no guesses, there's no surprises. And you can rest assured that we're doing the right things for you. And lastly, just on this slide, our platform has shown to deliver a 319% return on investment. There's a nice independent study conducted by Forrester on our platform, which of course we can make available to you as well. So just a little bit of in terms of our clients, we secure some of the world's largest organizations from multiple industries that I mentioned earlier on. And when we look at cybersecurity, we really have to understand that it's a horizontal problem, although the companies face slightly different challenges depending on the industries they operate on. However, from a cyber criminal perspective, they will go after anyone, regardless of the size, regardless of the industry. We've built a portfolio of clients from multiple industries, and we've got a lot of experience in the aviation sector, for example, in the pharmaceutical sector, technology sector, food and manufacturing, healthcare as well. When the ransomware attack took place in Ireland in 2021, we were there to help all of the hospitals get back up and running. And as a result of that, we also won multiple hospitals. And we've built an incredible knowledge in the healthcare sector as well. Not just that, but we also built partnerships with some of the world's leading tech vendors, where we've looked at integrating them into our platform, but also understanding the ecosystem a little bit better, so that we can help our customers implement the best solutions for their environment. So I want to tell you a little bit more about VisionX now, and with just a few slides, I want to illustrate what we're trying to accomplish for our clients, and why our technology is better than our competition as well. As I mentioned earlier, security today is more complex than ever. Organizations have way too many tools, fragmented security operations, and a shortage of skilled professionals. And meanwhile, cyber threats are not stopping, they're evolving, they're becoming faster, they're becoming smarter, and more relentless as well, especially now with AI coming in and helping cyber criminals launch better and faster attacks. With Vision X, we try to simplify security, and our platform consolidates detection, automation, and intelligence into one single solution. That means it reduces complexity, it eliminates noise and false positives as well. So our clients get full visibility, full control over their infrastructure, and we respond to the threat in their environment in real time before it causes damage. Vision X helps to consolidate all security in one place. What that means is that it helps our customers get a bit more visibility into what's happening in their environments. And very importantly, it helps them prevent attacks, not just respond to attacks. It has inbuilt NIST assessments in the event that you've heard about NIST before. It has a CISO hub. CISO stands for Chief Information Security Officer, typically the decision maker. And that means that there's a place for these security leaders to understand their environment a bit better. They get dashboards that provide that visibility, the risk environment. And if you want to understand a little bit about why customers choose Vision X as well, just before I go into what differentiates us, I strongly recommend reading our research on, well, the research conducted by Forrester on why Vision X is the go-to platform for MDR and how it helps our clients save costs as well. And maybe to go into the particulars of our value proposition, unlike generic MDR providers, we don't just react to events, we predict and prevent. And that's really important to remember, because our expertise is in understanding the attacks, understanding the cyber criminal mindset as well, their tactics, and that allows us to put together the advanced response strategies that our customers need in order to respond to these emerging threats. When you think about cybersecurity, you think about time and the fact that it is a race, and we make sure that our clients always stay ahead. A lot of our competitors rely on legacy solutions, but we invest in R&D and innovation, and we continuously evolve Vision X to tackle the new and sophisticated cyber threats. Moreover, as I mentioned earlier, cybersecurity isn't just about technology. It's about precision, it's about business, it's about reliability as well. So we've created an operational model based on excellence. That means that we detect, we respond, and we neutralize threats faster than traditional providers. And lastly, unlike many security providers who operate behind closed doors, we believe in complete transparency. So with Vision X, we give organizations clear visibility into their security posture, into their incidents as well, and we give them the insights that they need to make informed decisions. We really foster long-term trust-based partnerships with our clients. And one good example of that is AutoNation. AutoNation is a Fortune 125 company based out of the US, and they decided to choose Vision X a few years ago and move from their back then MDR partner, because they felt that they weren't getting enough alerts, they weren't getting enough incidents for the size of organization that they were. They were not confident in the MDR provider's ability to detect incidents, and they felt that they weren't prioritized as well. So when they came to SMARTTECH247, they saw that we're doing things a little bit differently. They saw that we focus on building a trusted partnership, that we focus on working with the tools that they have, that we focused on visibility as well, extending visibility, and that we focus on ensuring that our clients have, operational resilience, and that we give them the ability to prevent attacks as well. So in here we've left a review from Gartner. You know, you don't need to just take our word for it. Our customers are saying it best. Our reviews on Gartner are very strong. We've got 4.8 out of 5 as well, and it shows that we built true security partnerships with our clients. Just a last slide before I pass it over to Nick. 100% of our clients recommend our capability on Gartner, and this really matches the fact that we also have 100% client retention, and we typically come up against companies like Arctic Wolf and ReliaQuest, and you can clearly see on Gartner as well that our clients have decided to choose us over them, and particularly for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. There's some fantastic case studies as well on our website, which I invite you to read, and some videos as well online, particularly the video with AutoNation, which we've left here, and we're happy to facilitate a link to that video as well. And the Chief Information and Security Officer of AutoNation talks about his experience with SMARTTECH247, why they decided to choose us, why they decided to move away from their previous provider, and what we've helped them achieve as well over the years. Nick, over to you.
Thank you, Raluca. So we have just recently published our results for the year to July 2024. So I'm just going to go through some of the highlights. So as Raluca's already mentioned, we've managed to generate revenue growth of 8.2% year on year, which is really driven by the growth of existing contracts and the winning of new contracts and customers. Again, very importantly, we have delivered a very significant increase in ARR, which is calculated on a run rate basis of circa 50%, such that for 2024, some 63% of our revenue for that period was actually annual recurring revenue. At the same time, over this period, we have maintained our levels of gross profit, although the margins come off a little bit, primarily due to some increasing costs in one of our main operational areas, which is in Romania. Admin costs has also gone up a little bit through increasing headcount in Ireland, which also includes increase in the sales team that we've got in place, and also just the general costs of being a listed company. If we go further down the P&L, we've got quite a line of IPM one-off costs. So we've sort of set those out separately because obviously we want to take those out of the sort of the general profit generation during the period. And then other operating income generally includes R&D tax credits and grants, because we spend quite a lot of money on product development. So overall, over the period, we've managed to maintain positive EBITDA and operating profit. So just sort of briefly looking to the future on the P&L, we have been revising our sales channel approach to market, and therefore we expect that to generate some benefits. We're also expanding into new geographies, and Raluca mentioned that we've just been building up a presence in the Middle East, and we think that's going to be a very exciting area. And we continue to look at developing new products, and also we've got the full year effect of multi-year contracts coming through. At the same time, we believe that we can improve gross margin, and that's principally through reduction in the cost of sales, really due to increasing automation at the point of our service delivery. So if we then go on to the next slide, which is the balance sheet, it's a pretty simple balance sheet. It really comprises intangible assets, debtors, creditors, and cash. Obviously, one of the biggest items here are intangibles, and that really relates to the in-house development of new products, and the lion's share of that is really our flagship product, which is the Vision X platform. At the same time, even though our cash has gone down a bit over the period, we still maintain a pretty significant cash balance, and really the reduction in that cash is primarily due to continued investment in the development of new products. And really, just on that point, we think we've probably got to the sort of the peak of that for the time being. So again, going forward, we expect the level of capex to reduce for the current year, and that will have quite a big benefit to our ability to generate cash. Back to you, Raluca, for growth strategy and outlook.
Thank you very much, Nick. Just briefly, in terms of our growth strategy and focus areas, we are looking at addressing new market demands, particularly in the data security space. I just want to add a little bit of color around that. A lot of MDR providers focus on just endpoints and networks, and might miss an opportunity to look at data as well. And since data is the most important asset an organization has, we have the capability of bringing that visibility into our own platform. And we've integrated with some fantastic technologies that provide that visibility into data. And we're now addressing the market demand for data security and AI security as well. We're also increasing our MDR offering for the mid-market. We feel that the mid-market has a huge potential, and there's a lot of organizations that perhaps cannot afford the full-fledged MDR solutions that companies are offering, and we've built a very cost-effective solution for the mid-market as well. In terms of channel, we continue to develop and evolve our partnerships with distributors and resellers and system integrators, as well as our tech partners as well. And we are exploring new growth geographies, and we're investing accordingly. Our UAE expansion is going very well, and we're also continuing to expand in Switzerland as well, and in the US. And we will continue to invest in sales and marketing to amplify the message in channel and in further research and development as well. And we will also be looking to invest in our AWS presence, our Google Cloud, and our Azure marketplace too. And we're also exploring opportunities for M&A as well. And just to summarize around our investment case, from a business perspective, we've got a strong leadership team in place with a lot of knowledge in the sector. We have a fantastic portfolio of clients across the diverse sectors, and we've also been ranked as one of the top MDR providers in the world. The opportunity continues to grow. The cybersecurity market continues to expand, especially now with the adoption of AI technologies. And from a finance perspective, we've demonstrated strong growth of 35% year-on-year growth over the last 5 years. We've got very strong annual recurring revenue in place, and fantastic 100% client retention as well. So we believe that we're well positioned for further growth. We've had great contract wins in the last few months. We've had strong integrations as well into Vision X, and a very, very exciting pipeline of opportunities as well. And this concludes our presentation for today, and we'd like to open it up for Q&A as well.
Raluca, Nicholas, thanks very much for your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please do continue to submit your questions just by using the Q&A tab that's situated on the top right-hand corner of your screen. We have received questions both pre-submitted and throughout today's meeting, and I want to start the Q&A session off with the first one, which reads as follows. What are the most pressing cybersecurity challenges faced by companies today, and how does SMARTTECH247 help?
One of the concerning challenges that we're seeing, and I'm sure this isn't a surprise for anyone, is the adoption of AI, and more particularly the proliferation of open source AI technologies as well. What that means is that this has significantly lowered the barriers of entry for cyber criminals. Anyone can become a cyber criminal these days, or as I'd like to joke, your grandmother can become a cyber criminal, just because it's so easy to launch an attack, to craft an attack with AI. And we're also seeing a lot of organizations adopting these open source AI tools into their companies without proper controls in place, which means that there's a huge risk of leaking data. So AI has definitely changed the game for a lot of organizations. We're also seeing a lot of challenges around keeping up with regulations, and in a way that's good, because there's a lot of requirements for organizations to start taking cybersecurity seriously. And some of the other challenges, and something that I mentioned earlier, is around the fragmented market that we're seeing. Too many tools, too much complexity, and it's simply very difficult to find the people to deal with all this.
That's great. It's very helpful, Luca. The next question here: what differentiates you and your platform?
Back to the points that I made a few minutes ago around the fact that we focus really on proactive cybersecurity rather than reactive. When we speak to potential clients, the top three challenges that they have with their existing vendors are the fact that they feel they don't understand their business. They haven't helped them to extend the visibility that they need, and also they're very reactive. So they just come to them with incidents. Here's an incident, deal with it. Whereas cybersecurity is so complex, and nobody has the time to deal with that, and they don't have the teams internally. So we've architected a solution that helps our clients have peace of mind by knowing that we're there working for them 24/7, that they have a platform in place that really detects real incidents, and that we cover them in terms of the blind spots that they see in cybersecurity.
Perfect. Thank you very much. The next question here: how does SMARTTECH247 client retention rates compare with other cybersecurity companies?
Client retention rates, you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. We were very fortunate that we have 100% client retention rate. We've done a bit of research, and we've noticed that some of the top MDR players in the world have around 75 maximum retention rate, whereas the average is anywhere between 40 to 45%. So as I mentioned earlier, our retention rate is 100%.
Thank you very much. Just changing gears slightly, you service a range of industries. Which sectors do you see the most growth potential in?
We see huge potential now with the finance industry, especially due to a lot of regulations that are coming in. And we also see a huge opportunity in relation to the healthcare and pharmaceutical industry as well.
Thank you very much. Next question here: what were the main uses of cash during the period, and how do you plan to manage liquidity going forward?
So one of the biggest ones is product development, and we spent around 3.4 million last year, which I think answers a sort of a following question a bit. And also we have generally been building out our platform, because it's quite key to us to have our platform to service customers and clients in place before we actually win those new clients and customers, so that we can deliver an excellent service. In terms of what we're going to do going forward, well, as I mentioned, we expect the level of CapEx or product development to reduce going forward, because we've sort of got to the point where we have spent a significant amount already on Vision X, and now we're going to sort of develop newer elements to it, but the bulk of the work has been done.
That's great. Thank you, Nicholas. The next question is really around expansion, and asks around what are the jurisdictions you potentially look to expand to, obviously after your expansion into Switzerland and the Middle East?
We are looking potentially at the Nordics. We see a lot of opportunity in, for example, Sweden and Norway, and that could well be a great next target for us. However, we want to focus right now on the UAE, and we want to focus on the US as well.
Thank you. That's great. The next question, you mentioned potential M&A. Could you talk about what you're looking for? Technology, geo-expansion, expertise?
I guess a mixture. That's the best way to put it. We are looking at perhaps smaller organizations that are struggling to maintain operations, and organizations that have both the expertise and a decent portfolio of clients, particularly in the new areas that we're looking to expand into.
Raluca, Nicholas, thank you for answering those questions from investors. Of course, the company can review all the questions submitted today, and we will publish the responses out on the Investor Meet Company platform. But just before redirecting investors to provide you with their feedback, which I know is particularly important to the company, Raluca, could I just ask you for a few closing comments?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. We're very excited about our growth opportunities, and we believe that we have a really good value proposition, a really good client base, and the fact that we're recognized as one of the top MDR vendors in the world is a testament to our growth potential as well.
Raluca, Nicholas, thank you once again for updating investors today. Could I please ask investors not to close the session, as you now be automatically redirected to provide your feedback in order that the management team can better understand your views and expectations. This will only take a few moments to complete, but I'm sure will be greatly valued by the company. On behalf of the management team of SMARTTECH247 Group PLC, we'd like to thank you for attending today's presentation, and good afternoon to you all.